All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Hopefully the audio is doing better now. It's the same thing that happened during the Moonveil live stream. Something started getting weird with the audio. I don't know why, but once we closed everything down and reset the phone, then we came back with the second part of the Moonveil live stream, and the audio seemed to be working okay. But hopefully, hopefully the audio's sounding good now for you guys. It can't handle my voice. No, no, I don't imagine. I don't imagine that it can. It sounds good on my feedback, so we'll get back into it. I don't remember. I don't know what you guys last heard, but we were talking about Ben, and uh, and I was making a reference to Ben's um, unhealthy unhealthy attachment to his sister because he found Ava, right? He said he found Ava, and Ava was so much like his sister that he now had like this like weird romantic um need or desire for Ava because Ava reminded him so much of his sister, which is kind of weird. Like I don't know personally, I don't know anybody who would want to have any kind of romantic relationship with their siblings like that, but it seems weird to me. Maybe it's not weird to other people, but it seems weird to me. I'm not sure, but I don't know anybody that has those types of feelings. But other than Ben, apparently. But Ben says that he says that when I met Ava, the young student that looked exactly like Kim, I told myself that my sister had to return to be with me again, which is like a very unhealthy mindset for Ben. So I had to show her that we were soulmates. I drugged her and took her home with me to my basement. Very, very unhealthy, Ben. It's kind of sick, kind of gross, kind of weird. But yeah, he took Ava because Ava reminded him so much of his sister, who he's got this weird kind of romantic. I wouldn't call it a fetish, but it's a weird something weird, something in his brain that's making it seem making him think things. I don't I don't know, but Jenny points it out very very clear. This is Ben. You're sick. How could you be so blind? How could you have been so blind, Ben? You damn sick. What happened then? You locked Ava in a cage. It's exactly what he did until Ava agreed to be his Kim. That's what it. Anyways, what happened next, Ben? Because we need to hear the whole story. Ben says, I thought that was the only way I could convince her by locking her in a cage. By drugging her and locking her in a cage was the only way he could convince Ava to be his Kim. But she wouldn't see it, so I took one of her eyes just like Kim lost hers. I was hoping that this would finally make her feel our connection, but Ava died. That's so terrible. Ben is so sick in the head. That's so terrible. I took one of her eyes so that way she would have a better connection to my late sister, but she died. Which you know what? That's the perfect connection to your late sister. Ava is now exactly like your sister. One eye and dead. Stretches says, I remember Ava Stewart. She was the first victim of the murder series. That was the moment Argus became aware of me. Argus became aware of you. I thought you summoned it. No, it wasn't like that. When I dumped Ava's body in the forest, I wore a mask of my own design. It was made up of dozens of eyes. Someone saw me doing this and posted it online. That's how the legend of Argus, an eye-devouring monster, was born. But it doesn't make sense because Argus dates back, the history of Argus dates back long before Ben was doing any of this. So I really don't know how that's the case. Welcome in, Stathis. Welcome, welcome. Great to have everybody here. Amy, I see you, Amy. Amy says Ben just gave me the ick. This is probably like one of the first times I've ever agreed that this was it's pretty icky. It's definitely an ick. Ben's demeanor, Ben's you know brain right now that is an ick brain. But Argus is real, right? It's a coincidence that Argus and your mask resemble each other. So, sorry, but now I'm completely lost. I mean, Argus is definitely real, right? Ben isn't pretending to be Argus. Ben doesn't even voice Argus. I voice Argus. So they're not one and the same. Yes, but it only became real because of me. I'll explain to you. I'll explain to you. As I said, I know that Ava wasn't my sister, but Kim is out there somewhere, reborn. I can feel it. So I kept looking for women who looked like my sister. I took the women to my basement, removed one of their eyes, and then they died. But none of them was my sister. None of them felt the connection to me. I can't imagine somebody would feel that kind of connection to you, Ben, after drugging them, kidnapping them, and then removing one of their eyes. I can't imagine that they would ever have like a good connection with you. This only fueled the legend of Argus even more. Everyone was talking about it, but then suddenly I saw it, a monster. It looked exactly like my mask, but it was weak. Today I understand it. That must have been when Argus was accidentally freed in Westbrook. After it escaped, it became aware of my murders and aware of the urban legend I created. That's how Argus came to life. Alicia says, why would an ancient deity imitate your mask of all things? You're nothing but a pathetic little worm, Ben. Ben says, isn't that obvious? Professor Fontaine explained it correctly. The creature has always had a connection to death and eyes. Remember the offerings Fontaine told us about? So you worked with Argus from that point on, and Argus submitted to you just like that. So Argus only became aware of your murders because of right. So did Argus only become aware of his murders because he was taking eyes away, taking eyes out? Is that what he's talking about? Like that's the only reason why Argus is like, oh, you're got a sick fetish with eyeballs too. No way. Did we just become best friends? That's what Argus said. Yes, I realized that was that very quickly at the time, but still, the creature was weakened, but it scared the hell out of me. I thought I'd die or lose my mind. So we made a pact. I left the eyes of the victims to Argus, and it let me live in return. But Argus grew stronger, regaining more and more strength. I realized I had to do something, otherwise, I would be next. I scoured the internet, looked up shamans and researchers, and finally came across a way to tie Argus to me. I drew dozens of eyes on the walls of my basement with my blood, and that's enough. Then why the complicated ritual? Argus was severely weakened at the time, which was the only reason it worked, at least temporarily. How did Argus escape? How could you keep that to yourself? I mean, Argus escaped because he became too powerful for Ben to control. Lyco says Argus and Ben bromance. Yeah, they definitely had a weird bromance with each other. You know, could Argus is Argus a can Argus transform? Can Argus change their appearance? Was that ever covered? If that's something that Argus could do, maybe Argus, if that's the case where Argus could change their appearance, maybe Argus can look like Kim, and then they can have some weird kind of freaky romance between deity and human because they can have that connection. That way Ben can have that connection with his sister again. I have no idea. As I thought he could. That's how Oni was there. Well, so Argus can manipulate vision, right? So if Argus can manipulate vision, then Argus could potentially help Ben see Kim in Argus. I guess that would make sense. Because if Argus could make us or even Tim see Oni, even for a brief second, then Argus could make Ben see Kim. And if Argus can make Ben see Kim through Argus, like anytime that Ben looked at Argus, Ben saw Kim, then that would work. And then Ben can have his sick, weird like bromance with Argus Kim, with Kim Argus. Wasn't one of the audios about him taking forms early in the early episodes? I thought maybe. I thought maybe. What's up, King Demononi? Welcome to the stream. So how did Argus escape your tie, Ben? I'll get to that. Well, damn, hurry up. He's about to kill you all. At the time, I really thought Argus was no longer a threat. Then I met Mary, Juna's sister. So my sister was just another one of your victims. Yeah, 100%. She was so young and still had her whole life ahead of her. No, Mary was much more to me. I really thought she was my reincarnated sister. Man, Ben is just so sick in his head. Mary understood me. She listened. We had a deep connection. Mary became part of me. She got the biggest cell in my basement. She's so special. I gave her the biggest cell in my basement. You should be happy. I didn't need to look any further for my sister. Nobody had to die anymore. As a result, public interest in Argus declined, and so did its powers. So Mary was the reason why you hadn't killed for 3 years. Yes, because I was convinced that I had found my sister in her. So then what happened to Mary? Like, according to Ben, Mary understood Ben and, understood the connection that Ben had with Mary, slash Kim. And so for 3 years, she was just trapped in his basement. And then what happened? Like, she just dies. Like, Ben found out that she was nothing like Kim and then took her out. I have no idea. Maybe we'll find out here in a second. Mary was just pretending, Ben. So why did you kill her too? You're so much more disturbed than I thought. Very much so. I would love to tell Ben that he's so much more disturbed than we thought, but I'm also curious, like, why he killed Mary. Like, what was the point in that? If you found the true connection, Ben's gonna say no. It was Argus that killed Mary. I didn't do it. Betty says, wait, what is it? It's suddenly so quiet. Too quiet. Oh no, Argus got in. Says, yeah, this part was hard to read. He's such a... Yeah, Ben is such a scumbag. I agree. Delusional scumbag. Argus made it to the catacombs. It's here. Ben, the backpack, we have to perform the ritual. Too late. Fuck, it's coming. Yep, too late now, Ben. Oh, well. I guess you guys are all Argus food now. All them eyes, and he couldn't even see her. It looked like a flea. It looked like an overgrown flea, kind of, a little bit. What do you guys need to maybe hide? I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna be able to get away. You're not outrunning it, that's for sure. But maybe hide. We've got to get out of here. You can try, but you need to do the ritual. This idiot, freaking Ace, Ace. The most useless character in this entire game is freaking Ace. The ace up our sleeves. Ben must be absolutely evil. But this conception of good and evil, it doesn't apply to creatures like Argus or Ragarn. Are you saying that Argus isn't evil? What do you mean? What do you mean? Ace has not helped us in any way, shape, or form. He's actually potentially made things worse. Ace's concepts such as good and evil were created by humans in order to better categorize the world. There have always been two sides in the universe that have worked against each other. These sides have more names than there are grains of sand on the earth. My favorite is to say in human imagery, light and darkness. Would you say that night is evil and day is good? No, yes, I don't get it. I mean, not necessarily. Darkness doesn't necessarily mean evil, and night or day and night's not necessarily evil and good. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. As his ace is annoying very much. Humans are not necessarily made to understand these rules of the cosmos. The night may encourage evil deeds, but it can never be evil. It simply coexists as the opposite side to the day. Ben is evil in human terms. I would never deny that. But Argus and Ragarn are above these categories. They are gods condemned to be opposites forever. This is the only way to archive bound. So is there any point in any of this, Ace? Like, what's the point in all this? Are you just wasting time? Because I have Argus to deal with right now. and Ben. I got two things I need to deal with. One is definitely evil in human form, and apparently Argus is just the opposite of whatever it is. Ragarn or whatever. Like yin and yang, right as exactly. That's too much waffle for me. Who says that? Guys, I can't handle this. That is just way too much waffle for me. I think I know what you're trying to say. Thanks for your help. You know, that's damn too much waffle for me, Ace. I don't know. I can go for a waffle right now. Waffle sounds amazing with some maple syrup. Maple syrup is by far way better than standard pancake syrup. Like natural maple syrup, so good. Just like Argus chose Ben, Ragarn chose you. Sorry for how did I get chosen by Ragarn? And who the hell is Rayarn? Rayarn? No, there's a G in there, like not a Y. It's Ragarn. Sorry, I'm rambling. Let's just hope we can stop Argus like you stopped Ben. Ben's not stopped. Ben's still going. What's going on, Bella? Welcome to the stream. Strasha says, I think we're safe for now. Carl, Betty, Juna, Jenny, and I are hiding in a dark corner of the catacombs, but Argus is still sneaking through the corridors looking for us. Ben, I implore you to let us perform the ritual now. Yes, we've had enough of your psycho babble. I'm not crazy. You're definitely crazy. I mean, that's the first thing a crazy person will tell you is that they're not crazy. But Ben's definitely crazy. I know better than anyone how dangerous Argus is. That's why I know we might not survive this. I have to finish my story. I've heard enough. What are you waiting for? Okay, Ben, look, we're still listening. And as far as everybody being safe right now, we'll listen while everybody's safe. But we're on a time limit, Ben. Thanks, Tongue Tie. Don't thank me, guy. Don't thank me. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me. Purely selfish reasons right now, Ben. I am not doing this for you. Let's get back to Mary. As I said before, at the time, I was sure that I found my sister Kim in her. She lived with me in the basement for 3 years, and I started to trust her. I even went so far to as to no longer lock her cage. She just had to wear an iron chain. Jeez, you don't have to stay in your cage anymore, but you have to wear this chain, this shackle around your neck or foot or wherever. Yeah, lucky her. It wasn't easy for me to trust someone again after all the disappointments. After all of these girls that I kidnapped and drugged and took their eyes out and they just ended up being disappointments. So I had to muck duck them and I couldn't trust anybody after that. Like anybody could ever trust Ben. But then Mary betrayed me. Good for her. What did she do? She betrayed you. You are the monster. Yeah, you're the damn monster, Ben. What the hell? I'm not a monster tongue-tied. I never wanted anything but my sister back. It's best if I tell you what happened from her point of view. How would you know Mary's point of view? Surveillance cameras recorded every corner of my basement, and Mary told me the rest before I had to kill. Oh my God.
It didn't take me long to realize that my only hope of leaving this place alive lie in playing Ben's game. I'd be forced to say whatever he wanted to hear, do whatever it was he asked of me. I don't even know how long I'd been kept down here, in this basement, the cell, the darkness. It made it difficult to tell. Had it been days, weeks, months had surely passed. All I'd been sure of, all that I knew, all that I know now, was that I couldn't die. I have to find my way back to Juno. The fight we had just before, I loved my sister. I needed her to know that. The thought of making it back to her, making it up to her, kept me alive. It took longer than I hoped to earn Ben's trust. But eventually, he left my cell unlocked. I waited until I heard him leave the house one day. I saw an opportunity and I took it. The chains that bound me had rusted just enough, and I was able to break them with little trouble. It must have been down here for years longer than I had. I'd done it. I'd finally done it. There wasn't time to celebrate. I rushed up the stairs and tried the door, only to find it locked. I swallowed the panic and rushed back towards the dank, dark basement, towards that cell I longed to escape for so long, and began searching for something. Anything. A key, a window, another way out. Instead, I found a box. A box full of trinkets? Trophies, maybe? Jewelry, cell phones, chargers. I grabbed the first phone I could see and started to charge it. But when it finally powered on, the location services were disabled, and I couldn't dial out. Just as I opened Chat Messenger, the most recent set of updates started, and I heard the door open and shut. He was back. Ben was back, and I was scared, terrified. In my panic, I opened the only other app I could find, an app called Love Radar. I tapped on the person who was most recently active. I tried to call, but the call dropped almost immediately. I'd only managed to send him a message when Ben appeared before me, and I knew he was angry, furious. I knew in that moment, I was going to die.
And that's how we, as the MC, became part of the story. Mary reached out to us. And then Ben got furious and and destroyed Mary. That's so terrible. And then Ben is just sitting there being playing the victim. Like Ben's just like, "Oh, woe was me. I had to do these terrible things, but I didn't want to, but I had to do them because my feelings got hurt because my sister's no longer with me or something." I don't know. It's creepy. Jenny says that was eerie. Oh, and then Juna had to sit there and listen to all that. Oh, I feel so bad for Juna and Mary and like obviously Amy and all the other like victims of Ben's, but like Juna had to sit there and listen to Mary say all that. I couldn't imagine. Oh, that'd be so terrible. The person Mary contacted before she died, that was tongue-tied. That was me. Now we know why you got the call for help and why on Love Radar. Yeah, and why she wrote to me with Sarah's profile. To be honest, I really still don't get it. No, no, we completely understand. So that was the mystery. That's why you ended up with us tongue-tied. Exactly. That's why I insisted that you stayed with us, TT. And I texted you privately as well. I think that was Ben's downfall, was allowing the great, probably the greatest detective in the world to be a part of the group. Obviously, that was Ben's downfall. Ben made the mistake by allowing me to stay with the group. Ben doesn't know how great I am at figuring out who the bad guy is. Ben doesn't know how amazing I am at being a detective in these games. The second Ben allowed me to stay with the group, it was game over. It was just a matter of time. Ben says, and I texted you privately as well because I wanted to make sure that Mary didn't tell you more on the phone. Mary's death made the urban legends Argus the #1 topic of conversation again. This made Argus stronger, freed himself from his shackles, and targeted our group. Carlos says, Ben, it's all your fault. You're responsible for the death of our friends. Why Sarah? Why did she have to die too? Because Ben is just a sick individual. He's sick in the head. He's psychopath. He's crazy. That's right. You've left that out so far. How could you? Was Sarah just one of the victims of many? Yeah. Why Sarah too? It was. I mean, maybe because they were trying to find the Love Radar killer, and we know Ben was using that to find his victims. But why would he kill Sarah? Like, why would he knew that the plan was happening. He knew that that they were setting it up to find the person. Why would he just not just go? Why would he go and take Sarah out too? You have to know I never wanted to hurt her. Yeah. You make that very hard to believe, Ben. You have to know I didn't want to hurt her. I just wanted to make sure that she could no longer live. Shortly after I brought Mary home, Sarah appeared on my doorstep one evening. Sarah was upset and said that she had just come from a date with Luis. She said Luis and her talked about true crime and what kind of weirdos were on the dating apps. Luis told her about a friend who had dated a very suspicious guy called Ben, a Ben that perfectly matched my appearance. That was you. And Sarah thought so too, didn't she? Yes, Sarah confronted me, wanted to know if I had anything to do with the murders. I denied it, said it wasn't me. Oh, Sarah, I was thinking Sarah was I'm thinking of what was Alicia's sister's name? Lily? Not Lily. Yeah, Lily. I was thinking I got Sarah and Lily confused. Sarah was the person that died in the very, very beginning. Got it. But he also killed Lily too, though, right? But I could see in Sarah's eyes that she had doubts. I wanted to sedate Sarah, take her to my basement, but Sarah fell and died in my arms. You miserable bastard! You're a psychopath. Sarah's death was an accident. No, you killed. Yeah, you did kill her. You drugged her. You drugged her. Your actions led to her death. That was your fault. What? Have I not given a reason to what? Because a reason as to why I knew it was Ben the whole time? I've given so many reasons. I've talked about it breathlessly. I can't talk. I can't continue to talk about why Ben was the killer, but I knew it, and I told it. I've mentioned it so many times. I've talked about it till I was blue in the face, and it's not my fault that you guys just didn't hear my rants about why it was Ben, or just didn't listen. That I can't help it. I can't help it. I told you. I told everybody. I told everybody that it was Ben. Every time I had an opportunity to pick the villain, I always pick Ben. It's not my fault that you guys go against everything I say and do, and you're just here to see if and when I'm ever wrong, and it's never gonna happen. It's just not. As says, I went with Ben because everyone thought it was Betty. Everyone did think it was Betty. Everyone was very sus on Betty, but I just didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't see the Betty connection. I definitely saw the Ben connection. 100%. So Sarah's death was an accident. Says, no, you killed her. So premium chat option. Is that why Luis had to die too? Because he knew too much? Right. Like you had to go take out Luis. And then you had to take out Danu. Like Ben is just out here just destroying everybody. I didn't want to attract any more attention after Sarah's death. So I just watched Luis. Wanted to see if he went to the police, but he never did. It wasn't until you joined us, tongue-tied. And Luis was suddenly a suspect you all wanted to pick on. Then I had to act. I had to kill him. So terrible. And I placed Juna's DNA at the crime scene. She was the perfect suspect. I suspected Lily and Alicia. I was such an idiot. It's okay. You know, Juna, it's okay. Not everybody suspected Ben like me. Actually, most people didn't suspect Ben like me. I'm like one of the very few. You know, probably say like a handful of people suspected Ben. I was probably the first. Nemo says, yes, you most certainly did. You always said it was Ben. Exactly. Thank you, Nemos. At least somebody has my back. At least somebody has my back. Digital Diary says TC is the best detective. Exactly. I don't know who the pitch cop is, Lyco, but I'm taking offense to it. I don't like that. I don't like your tone, Lyco, calling me a pish cop. Welcome on game. Welcome to the stream. So our response is you didn't have to kill Luis. He didn't know anything. Don't you feel don't you feel any remorse, Ben? Don't you feel guilty at all? Ben's like, no, I did it for my sister. Because of Luis, the guy was an asshole who treated women like shit. Regardless, still way better than Ben's ever treated any woman. At least he wasn't chaining him up, drugging him, kidnapping him, chaining him up in the basement, and then ripping an eyeball out. Okay, Ben? I think he was treating him a little bit better than you. Carl says, but that doesn't mean he deserves to die. Alicia says, and Lily. Was that also an accident? Yes. I know I'm repeating myself, but I didn't want to kill Lily either. Honestly, Lily was an accident too. After Argus was out of control, I was looking for a new woman on Love Radar. Someone I could sacrifice to Argus to calm it down. I arranged to meet Cindy via a fake account. She was new on Love Radar and new to our city, but it wasn't Cindy waiting at the meeting point. It was Lily. It was a trap for the killer. What was I supposed to do? What choice did I have? Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. This is insane. Alicia says, you mean besides killing my sister, leaving her lying in the dirt like an animal? Like, what other choice did you have? I can't say anything except that I'm sorry. There's so much more you can say. I can't say anything other than I'm sorry. I'm sorry your sister was in a bad spot. Like, wrong time, wrong place. Wrong place, wrong time. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you, Alicia. I didn't plan any of this. I never wanted it to come to this. I just wanted my sister back. Sarah and Lily were my friends. I didn't want to kill them. And the fact that Argus killed Danu hit me just as hard as it did you. So it was Argus. Argus definitely took out Danu then. That wasn't necessarily Ben. So that the one person that died in this game wasn't Ben. It was actually Argus. Now you know the whole truth. You will be held accountable for all your crimes, but now give me the damn backpack. Yes, as promised, but we have to do the ritual together. The more we are, the better our chances are. All right? We can't trust you anymore. You know what? We damn can't trust you anymore, Ben. I don't know what to tell you. We can't trust Ben. That's right. You're dead to me. Dead to everyone, Ben. We don't need you for the ritual. Yes, you do. We have to end it together. Doesn't Strasser have like a pistol? Like he's a detective. Doesn't he have his sidearm on? Like take him out. Take him out, Strasser. Argus is in the catacombs. We have no time for further discussions and delays. That's why we respond to your demands, Ben. I'm not going to arrest you, and the others are holding back too. Thank you, Mr. Strasser. Thank you so much, Mr. Strasser. I knew you'd see it my way. Ben's so terrible. What a scumbag. Damn scum. Don't thank me. I'm only doing this because I have to. Let's meet in the room we planned for the ritual. There's one more thing I have to confess to you first. Oh, Jesus. What else is there? Another murder? We don't have time for this? What else? What else is it, Ben? It's about the ritual. Do you remember the missing page in the book? Yeah, Ben has it. It's probably how to control Argus. Here it is. Let's see what this is. If it hears it 3 times, its strength will fade. It will hide in one of the participants like a coward. Okay. I couldn't tell if that was reward or coward, but it will hide in one of the participants like a coward. Kill this poor soul and it will be banished. Oh. So you know what that means, right? Somebody has to be sacrificed. Somebody has to be sacrificed for Argus to be banished. I guess we know who that's going to be. You know, we know who's we're going to send Ben. You're up, Ben. It's all up to you. We can't trust him. There's no way. There's no way we could trust Ben. But that's what it says. It says if it hears it 3 times, its strength will fade. It will hide in one of the participants like a coward. So it's going to hide in one of our friends and or Ben, because Ben's not really our friend anymore and never really was, because I always sussed Ben. But Argus is going to hide in one, and then we have to kill the individual that Argus has hidden in. Sounds easy enough. Ben's going to be like, you're going to be just like me. You're going to have to do it. And you're going to be like, you don't want to do it, but you have to do it. You ripped it out. Why? Argus will take possession of one of us. One of us has to sacrifice themselves. Yes, that's why I tore out the page. I was worried that you wouldn't want to go through with the ritual. We can't perform the ritual under this condition. I'm afraid we have no choice. Argus is here. It will kill us all. We can't murder one of our own, damn it. Yes, we have to. The person Argus possesses during the ritual must die. If we don't act now, there will be many more victims. Ben knows all about victims. You can't murder anyone. Is there no alternative? I'm afraid you're right. Like, is there no alternative? Like, what is the alternative? I'm reluctant to say the following words because it contradicts everything I stand for. But there's no plan B. If we don't perform the ritual and sacrifice one of us, then everyone is in danger, not just us. But there has to be another way. It's too late for that. We'll leave it at that. Ben will meet you in the room for the ritual. I hope Argus picks you back. Car went straight for the kill shot. I hope Argus picks you, Ben. And you know what? Carl will do the dirty work. Like Carl will take Carl will volunteer for that. I hope you'll be the one we have to kill. Damn. Straight for the neck on that one, Carl. But does anybody blame her? Does anybody blame Carl? And to be honest, like, um, who deserves to take out Ben? Like, do they all get a chance? Does everyone just like circle around and just start stomping on him, or like do you let Juna and Alicia just have their way with him? Just freaking do whatever they want until Ben isn't moving anymore. Crowbuster says, "Hi, tongue tied. We just arrived at my place. Investigating Ben's sister was no longer necessary after this confession, but it was important that we found out everything beforehand. That way, we revealed even more." How's Amy? You've done an excellent job. Are you really safe? How's Amy doing? The one victim that we were able to save from Ben. She's in Shadow's bedroom getting some rest. Amy says, "I'm still awake. I still can't really process it all. Ben stole Sarah from me. It hurts so much." Try to get some rest, Amy. Amy, speaking of Amy, Amy says, "All right, gotta hop off so I can watch the weather. Strong storms are headed my way. Have a great night, Amy. Stay safe. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, stay safe. Try not to get swept off by whatever weather is out there." Speaking of weather. This is the weather that's heading towards Amy in chat. The storm is coming from Westbrook, as if the world senses that something is about to happen. Oh, something's about to happen, all right. Let me tell you. Carl says, "It's on, tongue-tied. Let's go." Carl's like, "I'm so ready to just destroy Ben." Ben is back with us with the objects. I'm surprised they didn't just jump him. Just start beating him down. But don't worry, we'll keep Strasser's promise. We won't let it escalate. Be careful with Ben. Any signs of Argus? Where's that thing at? No, but we can. Says no, but we can hear it. His growl. It's not far away. What was that? Did lightning? Tongue-tied, there was something like an earthquake here. The catacombs are shaking. We'd better hurry. Please be careful. Let me know if there's anything I can do. Yeah, let me know if there's anything I can do. Anything I can do at all. Bella says, "Who am I going to sacrifice to? Ben. Ben's the sacrifice. Ben's the choice." There's only one choice. It's Ben. Betty says, "I'll place the objects in the corners. The eyelid barrier, the hemlock, the mask of the mindbender, and the soil." Strasser, Ben, and Juna are carving eyes into the walls. Oh my god, something is going on here. Suddenly it's freezing. I can hear thunder in the distance. There's a massive storm in Westbrook. Yeah. Better focus on the ritual. Yeah, don't worry about it, but there's a massive storm right outside your catacombs in Westbrook. A storm. It was completely calm earlier. The sky senses that something big is about to happen. Okay, the eyes are on the walls now. I'm surprised nobody's hit Ben in the back of the head with a rock yet. Now we have to paint one more with our blood in on the floor. How are you going to get that much blood? The premium chat option, you guys gonna have to. It's a premium chat option. We're gonna have to choose it regardless. But yeah, they're all gonna have to like cut their hand and start painting the eye. I'm sure they have to do it collectively. Like it can't just be one person. It's got to be everybody, right? Use all of just use Ben's. Just open up his stomach and use his blood. With a knife, Strasser brought one. Carl was the first to cut herself. I think I'm getting dizzy. Jenny's about to pass the hell out. Can Jenny lose any more blood? She got ripped up pretty good by Argus already. Juna says, "Ouch, bloody hell," in text message rather than rather than just out loud. We did it. We gave our blood, says Ben. And there it is. There's the eye painted in blood. Looks like they got everything set up. Now we just have to wait for Argus to possess one of them and then destroy that person, Ben, hopefully. Now things are getting serious. Let's conjure Argus. And then one of us is going to die. It's so bad if you say it like that though, Jenny. Tim from Behind the Legends. Why aren't you? Oh, it's still Crowbusters. What's happening at your end? Oh, they're about to do it, Tim. They're in Westbrook. Why are you asking? The ritual's about to begin. It's about to happen. I can listen to the police radio from here. And the news from Westbrook is coming thick and fast. Hell yeah, that's Shadow's jam pervert.
Headquarters, there's been an earthquake here in Westbrook. The walls of the catacombs were shaking and the rats were running out of the corridors. Oh, shit. What is it? Klaus? David? Two colleagues have just drawn their weapons and are entering the catacombs. They're saying something about a ritual that has to be completed. Oh, fuck. I'll get back to you later.
Why do you sound like a 1950s like baseball commentator? Argus has control over the police again. That's because of the ritual. I have to let the group know. Yeah, I guess it seems like Argus has control over the police again. Looks like it. It tries everything to prevent the ritual. Something is about to happen. It's going to be damn dangerous. Cara, Betty, and the others have no time to lose. Right, we gotta let them know, I think. Something's not right, tongue-tied. We've followed every step of the ritual. But Argus won't show up. Have you forgotten anything? Nothing is happening. Maybe we misinterpreted something. Argus controls the police. It's trying to prevent the ritual. I mean, did we forget anything? Like they still have to summon Argus, right? So don't they have to say the phrase my eyes to Argus or my eyes to the all-seeing or something like that three times? Isn't there like a phrase? And even in the ritual pages it says say it 3 times. My eyesight to the all-seeing or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what they have to do. Are you forgetting anything? Absolutely not. We did everything just as the book says. But it feels like the earth is shaking. It's damn threatening.
I just don't understand it. I wrote it in eyes open. But Argus, he's here. Quick, now! Go blind! Go blind! Go blind!
So Kara said that she did do it in the eyes open chat. And then Argus did show up, and then they just started yelling, "Go blind." They all started saying, "Go blind, go blind." What's happening? Is it working? Guys, say something. Is it working? Did Argus possess one of you? Did something. Damn, did something. The eyes on Argus's body are suddenly glowing red. These animalistic sounds make everything tremble. They drive you to the core. My God, what the hell is going on? Watch out, Argus is about to take possession of you. Ooh, who's Argus taking possession of?
Your eyes will burn.
It's controlling Betty.
We have no choice. We have to kill her.
You can be serious. You don't really want to do this, do you?
It took control of Betty. It didn't take control of Ben. It took control of Betty. It wasn't supposed to take control of Betty. There has to be another way. You've got to do it. Not Betty. Like, it wasn't supposed to take control of Betty. Oh, no. I mean, is there any other way? Do they really have to take out Betty? What the hell? Betty's eyes. They're just empty cavities. Like, no longer Betty. It's Argus. We have to kill it. Wait. The book is changing. There, my goodness. Words are appearing on one of the blank pages. Only one thing can save the poor soul. It is hope. Let its name resound 3 times with a strong voice in the old language. Let there be no fear in your heart. What, like Betty's name? One way we can destroy Argus without killing Betty. We don't have time. Betty is attacking us. She's completely out of control. Easy for Ben to say. Like, Ben has no problem just killing everybody. Like, Ben does not care. Oh no! What was Strasser can barely hold her, tongue-tied. Quick, which word do we have to shout? Choose wisely. Your choice has a serious impact on the end of the story. Oh no, we got to figure it out. What? Spes, Oculus, Amor, Ignis, Bellum? What? Which word do we have to shout? How would I know? How would I know any of that? Where's my... Do I have notes? Do I have a gallery? Az says they got it right. Where's my damn gallery? Oculus, Muse, Omnivident, Nunc, Pertinent. I mean, Oculus is there. That was one of the words in our choice of words. It's probably Oculus. Maybe excisate, like go blind, make it go blind, excisate. I don't know. I don't think that was one of our words. I feel like we've at least seen all these words at some point in time. Chat, I really don't know. So if I pick the wrong word, things might happen that we don't want to happen. Only one thing can save the poor soul. It is hope. Let its name resound 3 times with a strong voice in the old language. Let there be no fear in your heart. So the only thing that can save the soul is hope. So whatever hope is in the old language, is that what we're looking at? How do I know what hope is in the old language? Spes oculus amor ignis bellum. I don't know which one means hope. I have no idea. And just so everybody's aware that I'm not looking at chat right now because I want to be able to figure this out on my own, as well as, not somebody just telling me what the correct or the wrong answer is, and then essentially getting the ending that we don't deserve. So I haven't been looking at chat. So I don't know if anybody's been saying what it was or what it is or anything. But I haven't been looking at chat until I make this decision, because I don't want to be persuaded in anything. There's a 1 in 5 chance that I get this right. Spes, Oculus, Amor, Ignis, Bellum. Ignis sounds like fire, like ignite. And I think Amor is love. Oculus is like sight, right? Or seeing or something. So I really don't know what Bellum is. And I don't know what Spes is. Could always Google it. And that's cheating. And I'm not a cheater. So for anyone that's ever Googled the answer just to get the ending that they wanted, bunch of cheaters out there probably. I don't know. I'm not sure. Could Google it, but I'm not. I'm no cheater. I am no cheater. Bellum sounds like Belial, though. But I think that's two completely different. I mean, one of them's a word, one of them's a name. I don't know what Spes is. But Oculus being sight. I was gonna say that makes sense because like we're trying to make this thing go blind. So I don't know if Oculus is something to make it go blind, but it kind of already is blind. It's already taken over Betty. So now we just need to figure out how to. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what to pick. But I'm pretty sure I'm down to at least a 50-50. I'm pretty sure I'm down to a 50-50 because I'm pretty sure that Ignis and Ignis, Amor, Bellum, or not Bellum, but Ignis, Amor, and Oculus. I'm pretty sure I know what they. Shit. Oh no. I dropped my phone. What just happened? I dropped my phone and hit him more. I dropped my phone and hit him more. I'm sitting here talking about, I'm trying to figure out which one I was going to do. I think I was going to go Spes, but I'm not sure. I was between Spes and Bellum. I think I was going to go Spes because Bellum just sounded too much like Belial. I was going to go Spes, but then my phone fell out of my hands and I must have hit him more. What does that mean? Something happened with Argus. Argus showed his face. We're about to find out from Shadow.
Headquarters, the earthquake is getting worse. We urgently need the special forces around here. I don't know how much longer the walls will hold. Everything is about to collapse here. We need help now.
Damn it. Springtrap says it means that you sent love to Betty. Yeah, see that we're fighting evil with love. That's this was the plan the whole time, was to fight evil with love. So I'm fighting evil with Amor, and that I'm trying to figure out how to turn this to where it actually makes sense. Yeah, we're fighting evil with love, and it makes sense. That's exactly what I meant to do. Right? Lyco says, so much about Betty is not sus. No, he kills her by quote unquote accident, letting his phone fall. It did fall. Did you not hear it? Did you not hear the clanking off the table that it was doing? How did detectives do that? Because I'm holding my phone and I'm sitting here talking and I'm holding my phone and I'm just like, I don't know. I talk with my hands sometimes. And then the phone falls. And I tried catching it. They're in the middle of the ritual. And I already told you, I knew that Amor wasn't the one. I knew Amor meant love, especially if it was a Latin or Italian or whatever. Why would I even pick Amor? I did it because I got fumbly. I said I fumbled the phone. I dropped the phone. It was a complete accident. Like Ben, it was a complete accident. I didn't mean it. I didn't want this to happen. It was an accident. Just like Ben, I didn't mean for this to happen. It was an accident. They're in the middle of the ritual. What are we meant to do? Holy shit. Like, what are we meant to do now? The hell was that? Was that light? It's look, see? It's working. It's working. I didn't even mess up. You fight evil with love. Caro says it's working. The light is starting to shine. We're good. Perfect. See? Greatest detective ever, probably in the world. Tongue-tied, it's working. Betty may be in shock, but Argus can no longer control her. Guys, the horror has finally come to an end. Argus will never be able to hurt anyone ever again. See? I did it. 100%. See? Damn genius. I dropped the phone, hit him more, and we saved Betty. We're so good. Wait, what the fuck? The walls, everything is collapsing? What do you mean everything's collapsing? Well, get out of there. It's just burying Argus. You're good. You just got to get out alive now. Yeah, just get out of there. You're good. We already beat Argus, and now it's collapsing to bury Argus. The rocks will bury everything beneath them. They will trap Argus and close his grave forever. See? Even Ace says it. Now you got to get out. Like, we're just burying Argus. My phone's broken. What the hell? Damn phone's broken. Oh no. I can't. Damn. Argus broke my phone. Last thing Argus can do before it's buried under all that rubble is break my phone. All right, I got to be right back. I got to reset the app. All right, we're back. I had to reset the app because Argus broke my damn phone. But yeah, no, it looks like everything's working exactly the way I planned it to work. It's everything's caving down in the ruins, in the catacombs, because we're burying Argus under all the rocks and the debris, just like Ace said, even though Ace hasn't helped us out in any way, shape, or form. But everything's working out good. Amy says, "Oh no, please God, don't let her die. Helmut and the others will make it out for sure. Yeah, it's going to be okay. Let's pray they all make it. Yes, they will. It's going to be, look, they're going to be fine, Amy. Don't worry. I damn saved everybody. I didn't do anything to I saved her life, Johans. I saved Betty's life. How about a little thanks for Tongue-Tied for saving life? I fought evil with love, and we're destroying Argus and getting ready to bury him in the catacombs. So you're welcome. You're welcome. No, they just have to. I'm not saying I'm burying my friends under there. I'm saying the friends have to get out. They have to get out in time. But I'm burying Argus under there. This is just what happens. This is what you have to do. Now you have to get out before it buries everybody else. It's going to be okay. But Shadow says that's the right attitude. Hope is all we have left now. But what about Argus? Is it really over? Have we managed to destroy it? Yes. I still can't believe it myself. Evil has been defeated by Tongue-Tied. The Cinnamombies and Tongue-Tied are the real heroes. They saved our lives, but why the hell don't they get in touch? If they're outside, or if they were outside, they would have been texting. I don't get it either. You will see. It'll be fine. They're going to be in touch soon. We damn saved the world. You're welcome. You're welcome. A little gratitude would be much appreciated. I tried to call them, but no one answered. Just a sec. Shadow will be able to look them up, GPS. I can't reach Helmut either. It's okay. Maybe they dropped their phones in the catacombs. Maybe their phones are just in there, but they got out alive. I can't ping his cell phone either because it got buried under the rubble, but not Strasser. Like they were running. Their phones fall out of their hands too, just like mine did. And they're just trying to get out of the catacombs, and it just fell. Now the phone's buried, but not them. They're out. They're out for sure. Damn it, I'm seriously worried. Helmut risked so much for us. They all put their lives on the line. I can't end like this. Not after everything they've done. Tongue-Tied, please try to reach out to them. Yeah, don't worry. I will. I'll reach out to them. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Guys, say something. Are you okay? I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're perfectly fine. I'm sure they're okay. Please get in touch. See, Alicia's okay, but Alicia wasn't really there. Look, Caro, it's perfect. They're fine. Easy peasy.
We're out of the catacombs. We're back in the movie theater now. But everything is collapsing here too. Fuck!
See, perfectly okay. Everything's okay. And like it says, everything's okay equals nothing's okay in TT. Everything's okay. Caro just reached out to us. They got out of the catacombs. They're in the movie theater. They're good. All they have to do is get out of the movie theater. They're gonna be fine. Everything's great. I saved their lives. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm thinking of you. You'll be out soon. You got this, Caro. And the group, you'll be okay. Fuck, that was close. See, they're out. It's too bad that Ben made it out, but everybody else made it out too. 1 second later, and we would have been crushed under the rubble. And that's left. All that's left of the catacombs and the movie theater are rubble and ashes. We really did it. I can't believe it. You can say that again. My heart is racing. We've sent Argus to hell together. See? Easy. Easy, easy, easy. I saved many lives. Argus messed with the wrong people. Shut the hell up, Ben. How can you pretend everything's okay, Ben? Yeah, exactly. Nothing's okay, Ben. Everything that happened is entirely your fault. Yeah, Strasser, can you arrest Ben right now, please? Can we make that a thing real quick? Strasser pulled his gun. That's what I'm talking about. Right on Ben. He tells Ben to put on the handcuffs. That's right. Ben belongs behind bars. How do you... Yeah, put Ben in the same damn cage that he's been putting all of his victims in. How do you feel about that? Wow, didn't think he'd arrest him on the spot. Yeah, put him behind bars, right where he belongs. Carl says, I'm not sure about that. Ben killed Sarah and Lily. So, death sentence? We got to sentence him to death? He's responsible for the deaths of Danu, Mary, and many more. He betrayed us for years and risked all of our lives. Even jail is too good for him, for this bastard. Yeah, I agree. I agree. What are you trying to say? But that's the law. Ben will never be able to harm anyone again. What are you trying to say, Carl? Carl's like, we should pull that trigger. King Demon Oni, what did you miss? I saved everybody. I fought evil with love. I fought evil with Amor, and we have saved everybody and banished Argus. And Argus is now buried under ash and rubble. And at this point in time, we're trying to get Ben arrested. So everyone's welcome for saving everybody, saving the world. I saved the world. You're welcome. So what are you trying to say, Carl? Releases due to procedural errors are common. Or sometimes criminals get released because they're allegedly mentally impaired. I still have the knife from the ritual. Give me one good reason why Ben shouldn't pay with his life the way he has taken the lives of others. Oh, I can't really give you any good reason, Carl. You can't give... yeah, I can't give you a reason. He deserves to die. Don't do it. Otherwise, you're no better than him. Maybe there's a good reason. Otherwise, you are better than him, but... Does Ben deserve mercy? Does Ben deserve mercy? I really don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think Ben deserves any kind of mercy. I can't give you a good reason, Carl. He deserves it. 2 weeks later. Cleo. Cleo. See, even Cleo is safe. Safe from Argus. Back in Love Radar. The love interest Cleo. Hey, you. Hey, yourself. I'm at the station. The train arrives in a few minutes. Can't wait to finally meet you in person tomorrow. Can't wait to finally meet you in person tomorrow. Our first day. Let's go. Remember you promised me we'll take things slowly. I'm looking forward to you. So excited. Super excited to go on our first date with Cleo. Same. I don't think I ever made Cleo promise to go slow. So I definitely wasn't going to pick that. Have you heard that Love Radar will be going offline next month? I know some people don't like this dating app at all. For them, such chats are just a distraction. But I'm so grateful to have met you here. But it also means we should switch to a normal messenger soon. Winky face. I've always loved Radar. I totally get it. I'm not normally a fan of dating. Look, I totally get it. I'm not normally a fan of dating apps either. So we can definitely switch to a normal messenger. Okay with that. You know, like Discord, Instagram, whatever. Normal DM stuff. If things go well, we won't need any more dating apps anyways. It's really exciting. It feels like a new chapter is about to begin. Love Radar will go offline. I've met you. The Argus killer was caught. And nothing strange has happened in the last 2 weeks. Sounds cheesy, but for me, it feels like a happy ending. The happiest of endings, courtesy of Tongue Tied. And you're welcome. You're damn welcome. The train is arriving. See you soon. In real life. See you soon with a heart. Safe travels. It feels like a happy end to me too. Like, I'll see you soon. Perfect. Let's go back to our chat, probably with the Cinnamombies. See how everybody's holding up. Shadow says, are you there? Wolf was added to the group. Is this like the first time we've seen Wolf in this entire game? At the very end, when Wolf... Normally Wolf's there to help us out the entire time. But now Wolf is here. This is the first time we've seen Wolf and Argus. That seemed weird. That was interesting. Strash says, what a pleasant surprise. Are you doing advertising everywhere, Wolf? What's wrong with Wolf's profile picture? It's just a white square, white block. Do you realize that the company also pays your salary? Do we know each other? Hi, Wolf. So you're Shadow's boss. Yeah, hi, Wolf. I know Wolf very well. Springtrap says my future ex-hubby. So you're tongue-tied. Shadow told me a lot about you. You remind me a lot of friends of mine. Nice to meet you. I bet you also had friends named Tongue-tied, because the name is pretty common. Pretty common name. Shadow asked me to do some more research on this ace. I was surprised she couldn't find anything about him. She's in no way inferior to me. You must know that Wolf is a hacker legend, TT. He taught me a lot. Probably almost everything you know, Shadow. So what were you able to find out, Wolf? I can confirm Shadow's results. What do you mean? So nothing at all? A real legend? So what, like, you mean like nothing? Like nothing at all? We're never going to learn who Ace is? The guy showed up out of nowhere and then disappeared again. People actually always leave traces on the net. But this guy? 0%. So we just don't know who Ace is, and we never will. Now I think it's even possible that he's an AI. So he's like a cipher or something. Maybe we're looking in the wrong place. Wrong domain? Wrong code? No, not your hacker mumbo jumbo. Just tell him what you mean, or tell us what you mean. I think I know what you're getting at. Damn, tell us what you mean. Maybe Ace is neither human nor AI. Maybe Ace is Ragarn, whoever Ragarn is. But something completely different, nothing of this world. Is that the video creator talking, or do you really believe it? What makes it so far-fetched? We all had to deal with an eye-devouring monster, but possibly that Ace is supernatural is absurd. We can't rule that out. Maybe Ace is Ragarn, or as Lyco likes to call it Rayarn, with a Y, not a G. So Wolf says, we can't rule that out. Strasher says, I can tell you that our police investigation into Ace also came to a dead end. Quite different from Ben. We, Cinnamombies 2.0, probably without Ben now, we keep discovering more and more details about his atrocities. I have an appointment to go to now, but please write if you have any news about Ace, whether human, AI, creature, or Easter Bunny. Cinnamombies 2.0. Is Ben part of it? Nope. You got Carl, Betty, and Amy. Well, where's Alicia and Jenny? Why not the others? Hey, everybody. A new group chat? Yeah, I thought it's about time. Just a sec. Oh, okay. Jenny, and then Alicia. Okay, perfect. Juna. Okay, Juna's part of the Cinnamombies now. But no Ben. Better not. I just came back from the police. Dr. Bennett has now released Ben's body. The funeral is expected to take place next week. You're going to have a funeral for him? You're going to have a funeral for Ben? Will you be going to the funeral? How are you coping with his death? Maybe it was wrong to kill him after all. So Caro took out Ben. Caro took out Ben. I'm curious. Like, you going to go to that funeral? Like, how are you going to go to the funeral for Ben? No, the bastard got what he deserved. Agreed. Jenny, totally agreed. Jenny says, I'll be glad if I never have to hear his name again. Did Detective Barris actually say anything else? Are you off the hook, Carl? I am, but only thanks to you, because you testified that I acted in self-defense. Even Strasser had my back. Detective Barris didn't like that at all. He wanted to arrest us on the very first day. Yeah, screw Barris. At least Strasser had Carl's back, and Amy, and everybody had each other's back except for Ben's. Well, actually, technically, Carl had Ben's back, but with a knife. Maybe he just wanted to see you again. That won't happen with Strasser on our side. Yeah, Strasser will always have our back for sure, 100%. How is Carl not in jail? We just covered that. We just covered it. Everybody said the same story. Everybody had each other's back. They said that Ben attacked Carl. Carl was acting in self-defense. Even Strasser said the same thing. But we owe him a lot. We owe Strasser a lot. I'm so glad this nightmare's finally come to an end. The public only knows that Ben is the murderer, and apart from us, no one will ever know that Argus really existed. Thanks to Tongue-Tied and Amor. Fighting evil with love. You're welcome. Let's hope Argus will never return. Argus has paid for what he did. Apart from a few fanatics on the net, nobody talks about Argus anymore. Yeah, let's just hope that Argus never returns. Thanks to Tongue-Tied. A file was successfully restored. What file? When did I restore a file? Media. Oh, this one right here?
Hello, Sarah in the future. I have done several takes at this point, and honestly, I feel very silly. But what I just wanted to say was, even though everything seems dark and hopeless right now, one day the skies will clear and light will shine through that window again. You have so many people that support you and are there for you, and that's what you should appreciate. I mean, look at me. It's worked in the past. So everything will be fine. Thank you for your help. See you in the future.
See, even Sarah came back from the dead to thank Tongue-Tied. Damn. A lot of tuzz in that one, but even Sarah came back to thank me. The file was just restored on Sarah's profile. Right before they shut down Love Radar. Amy says, Sarah, I don't know if her death will ever feel less painful. But we found her killer, and I know she would be proud of us. All thanks to your help, TT. Of course! Probably the greatest detective in the world. Jenny.
Watching the old videos of Sarah still hurts. I miss her so much. But she finally found justice.
It took all of us to stop a serial killer and destroy Argus. Happy I could help. I wish I had known Sarah when she was alive. Look, I'm super happy that I could have helped. And Sarah seems like a nice girl. It's too bad that, I wasn't, that I couldn't have met her before Ben did terrible things. Somebody said, where's Betty? Yeah, Betty's not part of it. Betty's in the group. Betty's in the group, just hasn't said anything yet. And that's okay. Betty's in a group, hasn't said anything yet. Of course, we saved Betty. We saved everybody. We saved the entire world. Carl says, luckily, you were by our side. At one point, I thought we wouldn't make it, but in the end, good triumphed. A more triumph. And we were able to avenge our friends. Alicia says, hey guys, sorry my phone was muted. Let's finally look ahead. The last few weeks have been hard enough. By the way, I've been browsing the net a bit. There are other urban legends that have allegedly been spotted in the area. A mirror that drives you crazy and makes you want to scratch your face raw. A modern day Slender Man who streams his crimes live. Or a Spider Woman who is rumored to be up to no good in the woods. What do you think? Which one should we look at next? You know, Spider Woman might sound kind of fun. Like, might have some future ex-wife vibes there. You know, future ex-wife material there with the Spider Woman. That sounds kind of interesting. The mirror that makes you scratch your face raw. Yikes. You're nuts. Are you serious? Sounds completely made up. I think we've had enough. You damn nuts, Alicia. And I don't think we're gonna go to any of those. We're not gonna do any of it. Alicia's like, why not? See, Betty's fine. None of these legends are real. Nothing could ever match the power of Argus. But we sent Argus back to hell. Of course. Well, okay. You know, my phone's been acting up a little bit lately, so I just got to go out and get a new phone, but nothing to be worried about. Betty's perfectly fine. We sent Argus back to hell, sure. Did you know that the Latin word for hope was actually spes? The Latin word for hope is probably spes, but when you fight evil with love, you'll always win. You will never fail. The power of friendship and the power of love will always prevail. Even more than hope. Even more than hope. Lyco says, not Betty roasting you. You know, I didn't take Latin in university, Betty, so I didn't really know what hope was. And I probably would have, you know what, I would have picked spes, but I dropped my phone. And when I dropped my phone, you know, things happen and we fight evil with love. That's what we're doing. But what are you talking about? But it worked, didn't it? Argus was destroyed and you're no longer possessed because we fought evil with love. Exactly. 100%. The age of man. I have a feeling Alicia might be screwing with us. You know, Alicia and Lily, they like to mess with us with these like edited videos. That's what's happening. They're just screwing with us. It's just jokes. It's just jokes. Betty's just joking. It didn't actually happen. Right? It didn't actually happen. Hold on, I got to turn the sound off. I can't have copyright. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're just going through our credits because we saved the world. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. Just going through the credits, showing everybody's faces and names and stuff. Which there was Shadow, Basti and Sandra, Cleo. I don't know who Noelle was. Do we? Oh, that was probably just these are your male and female for love radars and such. Fontaine and Strasser, Luis and Juna, Hannah, Selena, Elias, Dr. Elias Frank, Lori Bennett, and Ace, whoever that is. Graphics, support, graphics program, translation. And the final, Argus Reality Games. Turn the sound back up a little bit. I didn't see it, but maybe I looked away at the wrong time, but I didn't see if they put me down as the voice of Argus, but I did. I did voice Argus in the game, but I think they definitely missed a lot of individuals that did a lot of those videos and stuff for the game, so that it didn't look like everybody was accredited in the credits there at the end of the scene there. But the Age of Man is over, so did Argus take over the world? It doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell. And then we have Evil Hans that just reached out to us. The authors. Crikey. What the hell happened? We're done. The finale of Argus is over. I know, but what's with the stars? I always chose the premium answers. Me too. No way, me too, Hans. Evil Hans. Do you have them too? What happens next? Is it really over? What the hell happens next? Everybody's saved, right? Everybody's okay. Everyone's still alive. First of all, we'll take a break. I'll download a nice JPEG of a pina colada and flush my RAM with it. I also heard about this wonderful manicure for dolls. Let's treat ourselves. Sounds really good, but we still have something important to do. The murder tip for Tongue-Tied. That's right. Drum roll, please. You actually chose Ben. Congratulations. What gave him away? Let me tell you. He was too funny. That was sus. Gut feeling. I was just guessing. As far as I can tell, it's just a gut feeling. Like, they didn't give me the answer as to the reason why I actually know, but obviously it was just a gut feeling that it was Ben. I knew it was Ben the whole time. Let's just go with gut feeling, because I'm probably one of the greatest detectives in the world. It is what it is. Tongue-Tied Holmes, the greatest detective probably in the world. Let's check out your prize. Do you like experiments? Trick question. Everyone likes experiments, especially such an incredibly exciting one. Karsten and Kai's latest app is The Experiment, and it's nerve-wracking. I actually came up with a large part of the story. He didn't. He's just annoying and keeps us from writing. For your correct tip, I would like to give you 40 Bix for The Experiment. Simply open the app, The Experiment, and you enter the following code setting. Enter code 13679925. Don't be stealing my code. That's my damn code. I'm the one that got Ben right. None of you get the 40 Bix for Experiment. You don't get the 40 Bix for Experiment. That's my code. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate it, Charlie. Boo, just Bix, which TT won't need. It doesn't matter if I need the Bix or not. I have unlimited Bix. I'll take more. And there's one more important thing we want to share. Our acknowledgement to Tongue-Tied. Thank you so much for playing Argus. It's been a long journey, and we're glad to have been on it with you. My pleasure. You're damn welcome. That's everything now, right? Acknowledgements, killer tip, vacation plans. Should be everything. Well, I'll go ahead and shut down my operating system. Take care, Tongue-Tied. I'll say goodbye too. We'll definitely see each other again soon. Thanks again, and see you soon, tongue-tied. They're all gone. They're so smart. Not. What do you mean, Charlie? What's the plan? Tim is still without his memory and a bit confused. I'll make him my personal servant and allow myself a few jokes. Tim says Charlie is my master. I'll fulfill his every wish. Charlie's not okay. Can he be my... Charlie, can he be my servant too? I want a servant. Sure, why not? Look, this is what I did with him this morning. What happened to him? Okay, admittedly, it's a bit funny. Charlie, this is really not okay. Look, damn, it's funny. Now me and Charlie both have a servant. I told you. And don't worry, I'll give him his memory back one day. One day. Maybe. Possibly. I'll have to go and eat. Karsten has been cooking. Take care. The end. Is that the end? That's the end. So let me ask you guys this. In my ending there, did Argus take over the world? Of course he did. You know why Argus took over the world? Because I am Argus. I was Argus the entire time. I voiced Argus. I was Argus. You really think I'm going to let them destroy Argus? You really think I'm going to let them destroy me? You think that I was going to let them use hope to destroy me and banish me forever? No. I would not allow that. I will not allow that. Argus will reign terror over everything and take control over the entire world. You really think I'm going to let Argus be banished by a bunch of little kids? I used Ben. I knew Ben. You want to know why I knew Ben was unknown? Because I'm Argus, and I knew that Ben was unknown. I was upset. I got upset, you know. Ben pissed me off. He trapped me when I was in my weakest state. I was in my weakest form, and he trapped me and then used me. And so when I freed myself, I vowed to take revenge, and nothing was going to stand in my way. Not Alicia, not Danu, not Lily, not anybody. Nobody was going to stand in my way. Argus was going to take over the world, whether you liked it or not. You really think that I accidentally dropped my phone and clicked on love? You really think love was gonna beat evil? No. I knew Spess meant hope. Of course I knew. None of the other ones made any sense. Bellum? When does Bellum mean hope? And I knew Ignis was something similar to fire. Oculus was eyes. Amora's love. Of course it was Spess. You really think that I'm just gonna let them banish me? No. No. Of course I was going to take over the world. Of course I was going to get my strength back. And yeah, it may have taken a couple weeks lying dormant inside Betty. But once I regained my strength, once I was strong enough, well, you saw what happened. You saw what happened. And I took over the world. Argus is now the supreme being, the deity, the god that takes over the world. whether you like it or not. So I hope you enjoyed it. Actually, it doesn't matter whether you enjoyed it or not. All that matters now is that Argus reigns supreme. But either way, hit a like on that video. Hit a like on the video if you guys enjoyed the playthrough of Argus, as well as my own personal voicing of Argus throughout the game. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and join the Tethered if you want to be side by side with Argus and reign supreme over the world with me. Hit that subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.